Going through a covered bridge. This is the Frankenfeld Bridge. Frankenfeld covered bridge. Thank you for clicking on my video of the 2025 Wheels and Wings car show at Zandt Airport in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. My name is Rudy Samsel, the co-founder of GuysWithRides, the only dealer-free resource and marketplace for classic and collector car enthusiasts like you and me. The first 5 minutes of this video feature my scenic drive from central New Jersey over the Delaware River and into Bucks County. My walkthrough at the car show is then a 360 video. So when you look in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see 4 arrows in a circle. As you watch the video on a desktop, you can move those arrows to navigate around to see something else in the show besides what I'm featuring at that point. If you're watching from a smartphone, all you have to do is move your finger around on the screen as the video plays. I hope you enjoyed this. At a minimum, press the like button. And if you'd like to see all of the content that I have on this channel, I encourage you to subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it helps me grow this channel as I fast approach 5,000 subscribers. So thank you for watching. Stay safe, get out and drive, and enjoy the show. We're off to Zandt Airport, just over the river in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Waze says it's about 40 minutes away. It's a nice country drive. But basically, we're going to go through Stockton, over the bridge, and then up there. This is Zandt Airport's annual Wings and Wheels Saturday morning event. Luckily, the rain is holding off, and should be a cool collection of cars and vintage planes, if not modern planes. So we'll go from there. I'm just going to drive and enjoy the drive.
I'm chilling on a dirt road, laid back swerving like I'm George Jones. Smoke rolling out the window and ice cold beer sitting in the console.
All right, just crossing the Delaware now. The river is low. Very low. I couldn't raft on there if it was warm enough. All right, got a couple. I think we're all going to the same place. So,
load the truck up, hit the dirt road, jump the barbed wire, spread the word, light the bonfire and call the girls. King and the can and the Marlboro man, Jack and Jim were a few good men where you learn how to kiss and cuss.
That's the Delaware River to my right, and I'm on the Pennsylvania side, and that's New Jersey right over there.
Like I know something y'all don't know. Man, that talk is getting old. You better mind your business, man. Watch your mouth. For after knock.
Very historic area. You get a lot of people with these are second homes for people out of Philadelphia and New York. Very interesting homes. And right up here on the right-hand side, we're in Lumberville. Originally called that because we're going to pass the lumber yard. And this is the Black Bass Inn Hotel and Inn. Hands down, my favorite place to eat in the area. There's a walking bridge back over to the state park on the Jersey side. But on my left up there was the lumber yard, and that's why this town is called Lumberville. And over here, this one here, Tinsman Brothers.
Around here we fix it. I can take y'all where you need to go, down to my hood.
The river's very calm right now, but we respect it. Been times where, 1955 in particular, it was flooded up beyond the left side here. Massive flood through here, I'm told. Well before my time, but
swerving like I'm George Jones. Smoke rolling out the window and ice cold beer sitting in the console. Memory laid up in the headlight.
Love taking these back roads here in Bucks County. You run into a lot of stone fences that probably date back at least 150 years, if not more, all along the sides here. Tinny come. Tiny come. Insert your joke here.
I'm chilling on a dirt road, laid back, swerving like I'm George Jones.
And we're going through a covered bridge. This is the Frankenfeld Bridge. Frankenfeld covered bridge.
Got me reminiscing on them good times. I'm turning off a real life driving, that's right, I'm hitting Easy Street on Mud.
There's the sock for the airport. And we're here.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We're at the Zandt Airport in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. And great turnout. Luckily, we're at the Zandt Airport, the Planes and Cars annual event. See a nice collection of both, really an eclectic collection of cars. There's my Boxster in the middle there. Nice selection of BMWs here. All original K car right next to me with 20,000 miles. It's a nice deuce and a quarter. That would be about a 75. 74, 75 without me looking. Nice Malaysia car. Beautiful 240. Nice patina to it. Love it. And a stunning Di Tommaso Pantera. And I got schooled the other day. That's the logo for it. With his matching green shirt. So the cars are still coming in. Nice old bus coming through Westphalia. A couple of them actually. Well, that's a regular bus, you know.
But you're going to stay at the bandstand. Jamie's going to be in between.
Kiss. Nice old school gasser and a guy that's younger than me driving it. Love it. Nice rat rod with a flat head. That's what I like to see. Nice. Nice. Probably entered it in the Trog last week, which is the race of gentlemen I missed. If you haven't been to the Bucks County area, this area between New York and Philadelphia is, I've said it many times before, this is car culture at its finest. You'll see anything. I've already seen a Ferrari, a Di Tommaso, some very cool street rods, a JDM Suzuki, an old Dodge, a new Dodge. Beautiful Carmen Gale. Love the rake, love the wheels. Very nice.
Your hat.
Thank you. You know what they say, big hat, big head. Check out the website. I'll post this by tomorrow. The YouTube channel, excuse me. Nice 69 Chevelle Impala SS. Excuse me, I said Chevelle, but I meant Impala. See, now here's interesting. This is a first generation Lotus Elise. And what's interesting about this is you see it's right-hand drive. This was never certified. These first gens were never certified in the US. So I'm assuming without looking at it that this is now here under the 25-year rule. There is a certain way to get in and out of these. I've driven one of the best cars I've ever driven. I would love to put it in my garage. Great selection of bikes. In 1927 Hill Climber. Look at these. 40 Indian Super Sport car. Some red air rides versus some vintage rides. Look at that. Not one, but two clown shoes here. If you don't know what that means, that's the first generation M Roadster that BMW, well, you started with the M Roadster, but then they made the coupe. Skunk Works inside. Some engineers developed it, and they are very desirable now. This one's a serious bit of kit here. This is a 69 Firebird Ram Air 455 HO. So, and it's got factory air. This is a serious, nice selection of Group Miatas coming in. Beautiful. I believe. Yeah, beautiful old Chevrolet. I absolutely love that. That is stunning. Love the top. Nicely executed. Love the color. Nice Malaysia era Cordoba. There's no Corinthian leather in there, just Corinthian cloth, we'll call it. Some nice old four-tier Model A. That's a Dodge. Look at that. See, now this is the way to do it. You're going to run a Dodge, you put a low power engine in it. Very nice. 340. And I'm going to assume a torque flight. But these old sedan suicide door, look at that. That's a beautiful alternative to the Sea of Ford you see. Not that I have anything against that. Beautiful old truck. This looks like one I was looking at a couple years ago. I think it's been done over. Very nice. Nice 55 Bel Air. Nice old Willis. Over there. Pardon me. I like the detail on the 440 marker lights on that. And this is the new Lotus Evora. So there are two Lotus cars here. So does that make that a low tie? Tell me in the description. Beautiful 69 or 70 Mustang there with modern wheels on it. Beautiful old Chevrolet pickup. Nice detail on the 911 here with the propeller. Huge Z3. And look at this. To my point earlier, 4 Lotus cars here. Now, if you know how rare Lotuses are in general, or low tie, to see 4 in one area outside of a Lotus me is pretty cool. Beautiful 55 pickup, I think. Late 50s pickup anyway. So this airport is very cool. Check out the biplanes. Nice IROC Z. That's the color I would have bought one in. On the left is a Javelin.
No JMO.
Mitsubishi Evo. These are the Quokka. Nice old Beetle. Very cool. And of course, something else I'd like to add to my collection. A nice Rabbit Caddy. A hang glider. That's not big up here, but it's done. And not 1, but 5 Lotus or low tie. Not sure what the plural for Lotus is. That, I believe, is a paint to sample color on that 911. But only the tag would tell me. So, group of fellow Porsche enthusiasts. I didn't get here early enough to be with them, but that's okay. Couple of nice 928s. I don't recognize them. I may know this red one here, but I don't see the owner yet. It's been just over a year since I sold mine, and I don't miss it. You can watch the videos on why I don't miss it, but so 5 Lotuses or low tie and 1 Ferrari. I believe that's a 599 without me looking. But I love you got a nail head in this. This is awesome. Well, if you're going to run drums, those are the ones to run. That's really where, Buick really brought the technology of drums to the ultimate before everybody switched. Yeah. Yeah, I love them. It looks great. Slam Volkswagens. Oh, there's my neighbor. Nice Charger 500. Looks like a Survivor car or maybe an older Resta. Nice. All it needs is the Rebel flag. Yeah, there you go. Nice resto mod here. Well-equipped late 70s Z28 with T-tops. That ain't the original motor, folks. And a 4-speed car. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, nice small block there. Wouldn't be a show without a Cobra kit. Forward control Ford. Very nice. Nice Carmen Ghia. So somebody, I believe, is trying to sell their van. Looks like it's nicely finished in there. Now this is a nice 55, I believe. Nice rake to it. Nice resto mod. Great color combination. Very nice. Let's see what it looks. So we just put that in there. Beautiful interior. And I'm guessing it's an LT1, maybe just a small block with fuel injection in there. Beautiful Beetle. Nice. She calls it my Herbie. Nice presentation there. Volvo long roof. I love this. So he took this out to Bonneville, old flathead. Very nice. That's a nice detail there. So instead of running the modern dual master cylinder, he's running 2 single cylinders. Very cool. It's very cool. If you don't know what this is, it's a Subaru SVX. Only came in automatic, and they were about $30,000 when new. Looks like he's made all the right modifications to it. Aluminum radiator. The biggest criticism was the aircraft style windows. And then right next to it, very interesting car, Citroën. I believe this is a DM. Yeah, DS, excuse me. Not up on my French cars. 72 D21S Palace. And from the engineer, any engineer will tell you, these cars are incredible. Between the hypo-pneumatic suspension, the front-wheel drive, very interesting car. If memory serves me right, with that suspension, you can actually drive with 3 wheels. That's how cool it is. Nice Supra next to it with a big old turbo on it. And then, love this. Nice little Ford Falcon Coupe. Early 60s, first gen. With a 3.0. This probably originally came with a 170, maybe a 200. And, of course, that's long gone, and a 302 in its place. Nice Saab you don't see much anymore. And another Rabbit Caddy here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And this car I'm very familiar with. He's actually at the other end of my neighborhood. Nice SL. Serious. A lot of GTOs. Another Charger. Nice enough of the Charger RT. And then a little Mini. And right next to that,
Oh, look at this little guy.
nice driver quality Grand Prix. Without me looking at the back, that's probably a 71, maybe a 72. Right. Oh. T-top Grand National. And we're up to 2 Ferraris and 6 Lotus. That's an interesting Lotus right there. Nice Monte Carlo. That's a nice bit of kit right there. Nice old Wagoneer. Very cool. Toyota MR2. Great to see a lot of ladies driving these cars. Their cars in. So, and then this is a Land Rover. Overlandcampers.co.uk. Landy. No. This is, if you want to get away from it all, pretty cool. With the stove and Looks like a coffin, but you can sleep above it.
He's me ever like respect. No, like respect, but like I'm gonna.
Very cool.